You're listening to Opinions and Beer. I prefer mead. You sent me to hell, Jason.
I really just want to make everybody jealous.
I'm a person from Earth.
Listen, what are we talking about?
I reckon it sounds like Opinions and Beer.
You can do it, Dingo.
Oh, I'm good.
You're the smartest dumb guys I've ever met.
Three, two. Hello and welcome to Opinions and Beer. I'm your host, Adam. Today we have our hosts, Eamon.
Hey, how you doing?
And EdRay1416.
Yo.
Today we've got a lot to talk about, a lot to do, a lot of things to chat on. It's gonna be
topics.
Big episode.
I guess.
Big Tuesday episode.
Yeah, huge.
Huge Tuesday episode.
It's huge.
Fun, entertainment news.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Pretty exciting.
All kinds of stuff. I want to talk about a lot of things. Should we get into the beer of the day? We should have opened this maybe.
I mean, like before we start, we usually go over the beer of the day. So if you want to do that, we can. But also, we could spice things up and just talk about a few things.
And then get into the beer of the day?
We can force our listeners to actually hear our voices before we talk about beer. Or, I don't know, they might be leaving already, so...
Oh my goodness.
I guess let's do the beer of the day.
Okay, the beer... I don't have a beer opener for this. Did you have a beer opener?
Do I need a beer opener?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need a beer. Need a beer opener. EdRay1416. What kind of wine do you have? You know what? I want to let Ed Ray review his wine. He is pairing wine today. He's a wino. So every time Ed Ray's on, or we're going to try every time Ed Ray's on, he's going to review the wine that he's drinking. So what does you have?
All right, today's wine of the day is Flatbed Red. It is from the Fetzer Winery Company of California. And this wine is a combination of black plum, cherry jam, and mocha. And this has been established since 2016. This is relatively new, and I had to thank Eamon for suggesting this wine and purchasing this for me. So in his honor, I'm going to test out this wine. First off, I'm going to sniff this. Yeah, this is good.
Sniff it for me, please.
Well, it smells very fruity, but I could also sense a smell of a little bit of alcohol in there. So here's to you, Eamon, in your honor.
Thanks. Yeah, just be sure to let us know like how you're picking up if you're picking anything up.
Oh, it's pretty damn tasty from what I see. I mean, it doesn't taste like a combination of cherry jam and black plum. I mean, it does taste like your typical red wine, like Colorossi Paisano or something like that. But this is some pretty damn good wine. And once again, thank you.
And now for the beer of the day. And today's beer of the day is brought to you by Infinite Ale Works. It has a nice infinite symbol on the bottle right here on the label. It is Into the Dark Roast. It is an imperial coffee stout. It is 9% in alcohol by volume. Inspired by explorers who boldly travel. Which, you know what, it's perfect right now because we are in Pirate Month, Pirate Season. We got a few more pirate episodes lined up in the future. Today's more of an entertainment episode, though. This is a Belgian-inspired imperial stout to expand your horizons with incredible depths of roast malt flavor, rich notes of cocoa, dark fruits, roasted nuts, and mild oak. Darn that oak again. Imperial coffee stout. I love me some coffee beers. 9% in alcohol. It's pretty.
Fucking. I'm really excited because.
I like the picture. There's like a pirate ship on the picture.
Yeah, dude. Like on the box. Like this is fantastic box art. It makes me really want to be a pirate.
But so I'm gonna smell it.
Okay, it says.
I'm getting like a boozy.
Imperial stout.
I'm getting a boozy smell off that.
Oh yeah, let me.
Kind of a boozy. Kind of a. When I smelled it, it was very. Is it boozy smelling?
It smells thick. Well, I don't have that great of a
okay.
smell, so. But I have a good taste tester, I guess.
So,
I'm gonna pour it in this mug, this
okay.
stein or whatever. That way it well, let me have a sip first.
Okay.
In case it tastes bad.
Okay.
No, that's immediately going in there because I want it to fucking soak that up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really good.
Was it so? Oh, soaking the You know what your mug to soak up the flavor?
Yeah, that way every time I'll just drink like coffee.
Is this? It doesn't say that it's aged. Maybe the oak. Maybe that's just the high alcohol, or the 9%.
Maybe it is.
For 9%, I can taste that. I can taste 9%.
Yeah, it's definitely a stronger beer. Okay,
No,
it says rich notes of cocoa, dark fruits, roasted nuts, and mild oak. The oak is way more prevalent, huh?
Yeah, I'm not getting the
dark fruits.
the coffeeness.
Oh, really?
I'm not getting the coffee.
Let me try it again. Here.
Not getting the coffee at all. Nope. Which is fine. Not all coffee stouts, I guess, have to taste like coffee.
Yeah, no.
It's just implied that it's going to be like a bittery roast, like a dark, burnt taste.
Yeah, I mean, I almost appreciate it a bit more because it doesn't taste too much like coffee.
Oh.
Even though, like, maybe it's crafted that way, but it's not too bad. Like, I'm
definitely. There's a previous beer I reviewed in a solo episode, and straight up was coffee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's why now I'm judging the Midnight Oil.
Midnight Oil. Oh shit! Yeah, awesome.
That oil beer tasted just like coffee, so I'm having to like block that out of my head because that was a coffee stout and it tasted like coffee.
It's amazing the range of coffee stouts.
Yeah,
like you wouldn't be able to think that it's totally opposite ends of the spectrum there.
That was also an oatmeal coffee stout instead of a. This is a oak.
Yeah.
An oak. So I guess oak and oat.
Rich notes of
very
cocoa,
different.
Which I mean, I kind of can get some of that, but not much. Dark fruits.
I wonder what does dark fruits mean? I wonder. I bet you we're getting a lot of that. We just don't even know.
Dark fruits. I don't know.
Like a bitter
angry
fruit.
Tomato.
Angry.
Yeah,
The dark side of the tomato.
Yes.
Ed Ray.
There's a minion.
Hey, speaking of tomatoes, Ed Ray's plants survived the flood.
Yeah, you want to give us an update on that, or?
Well, the plants are in good condition now, but when the floodwaters subsided, some of them kind of bent, but they didn't wilt. And one of the reasons for that being is because the straw cover that I initially put down before garden season started to break down and probably aerate the soil, which meant that the roots could get down further and be protected from floodwaters. And then what I did additionally is put some small sticks, some twigs and some small sticks on the base of the plants, and I think that also helped protect the tomatoes even when they were submerged underwater, which the initial flood was 8 inches of rain, and the second flood was 4 inches of rain.
Damn. We need to get them growing some shit. That way.
Well, hey, it's almost legal.
Hops and whatnot.
I think hemp's legal.
Hops. That way we can
hops.
make like a craft thing. And whatnot. How to take care of your hops.
Well, if you want to grow hops, I'll help you grow hops, man.
But
That'd be crazy.
Anyways, we're gonna get into some of these entertainment news. Where to start? I want to. You know what? Should we start off? Okay. We have 3 entertainment news. We have wrestling.
Okay.
We have a TV series, and then we have a video game.
Okay. Well, I guess start off with wrestling. Okay. That's the one topic that I don't really know.
Oh no, this one you know. Okay, ready for this? Okay, so WWE is kind of it's a big controversy. Apparently, Vince McMahon is out of touch. He doesn't. He's so obsessed with wrestling right now that that's all he watches is his own product, and so he doesn't know what's going on in the rest of the world. But he doesn't. But a lot of people are frustrated with him because they feel like
he's out of touch.
Well, yeah, because that's all he's doing is
focusing on
the wrestling and not how to incorporate it into what's going on in the world right now.
Oh.
Like he's not.
I think that he's like he's staying blind to like current events
yes
on purpose That way that he can write his own narrative without having to...
I guess so.
I mean, I totally understand where he's coming from. Like, as a businessman...
But a lot of people...
He should be able to do whatever he wants with his company.
Yes.
I mean, I do understand...
Just fans.
Like,
fans are getting upset because they feel like they're not connecting with the storylines as well, and then like they kind of start to seem repetitive, and apparently writers are upset because this man gets like bored. He's been getting bored really quick. Like he's starting to realize that like a lot of his stuff is like.
But come on, man, wrestling's like storylines and stuff have been a shit show for a while now.
Well, there's a good a good up
the
though.
People that are getting pissed off at that, they're like. The one thing
You're
that's
right. You know
keeping
what?
me from supporting wrestling right now is the fact that it doesn't have enough current events to relate to me.
Well, I think it's
like,
the characters are stale. Some of the characters are stale. I think it was a bad idea to give the belt to Rollins. He's not a charismatic champion. He's a better heel. And other than all that, that's besides the point. Anyways,
is it why is it besides?
Because what we're getting to is that they're doing a Hail Mary with these controversial Saudi Arabia shows.
Okay.
Okay, so the WWE has a contract with Saudi Arabia for I think it was 5 years or is it 10 years?
10 years.
10 years, and each time they do a Saudi show, they're trying to make it like super big. Right, it's like they're trying to do like these Hail Mary stuff. They're getting like tons of money for these Saudi Arabia shows, and they're able to pay people that probably wouldn't wrestle otherwise. They're able to pay them like millions of dollars for one show.
Okay.
Which brings us to.
I mean, are they in the Illuminati?
Maybe I don't know. Which brings us to a first time ever match is happening at an upcoming Saudi show. And it is The Undertaker versus Goldberg.
Really? That's unique and interesting. So are they doing it over there as kind of like a hype event type deal? Well, I mean, whatever they want to do.
It's just cool. Is that not cool?
Yeah, that's super cool.
I want to see that match. I mean, out of like, it's like, out of even though it's they're past their prime and they're probably I mean, obviously they're a little slower than. They used to be slower in the ring.
Undertaker, maybe. Goldberg, I don't think that Goldberg...
You're right, Goldberg's pretty fast still.
I'm pretty sure that he can still tackle somebody pretty hard. He was a football player, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't he?
He was a
was he or something?
Well, Bills. He was in the Bills.
Yeah. Either way, like Undertaker, man, I can see he's been doing this for a real long time. Like, he's worn down. Undertaker.
I've noticed though that
Goldberg. That's what 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years he's been doing it instead of like fucking 50 or whatever.
And then obviously stopped and he wrestled Brock Lesnar twice, and then that's about it.
Yeah. So, besides that, he's like fucking working and taking like fiber pills and stuff, and he's probably good to go.
So it's just pretty.
He's ready to fucking carry Undertaker in Saudi Arabia.
It was just out of the box because no one expected this match, and no one expected to see Goldberg again after. Everyone thought he was done after Lesnar, but I guess the Saudi money is just too ridiculous. Even Chris Jericho was saying that like he did not want to do the Saudi Arabia event, but like the money involved in that event when they got him to do it was like too big to like it was too ridiculous. Like, he wouldn't say what it was. He's like I can't say what it was, but like it was too big. It would be stupid to pass that up.
Yeah.
How much money they're offering wrestlers to come do this.
All right, so Ed Ray, this is one of the topics that I really feel like you like we can trust you and your opinion on this. So what have you got to say about it?
In regards to the storylines from Vince McMahon or the whole Saudi Arabia controversy,
I would like for you to elaborate on any thoughts at all that you have on it.
Well, in terms of Vince McMahon, he's starting to stink up the WWE with repetitive storylines, cheesy characters, and maybe some bad business decisions. I mean, he may make some good business decisions.
You need to give you glasses of wine earlier, because that was fucking fire right there.
Yeah, let me tell you something about Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is a very marketable businessman, and I credit him for what he did for professional wrestling throughout 1980s and 1990s, especially with the Attitude Era. But the unfortunate event is that you can't keep doing the same old repetitive storylines, same old character stuff. You have to be a little bit innovative throughout the years. I mean, there's a cycle that goes on where you have to change things up a little bit to recapture the interest of the audience, and that's what independent wrestling is doing. That's why independent wrestling is on the rise right now.
And what do you? He said you gotta like change things up in order to keep.
The problem is that current wrestling fans aren't. They don't like stories anymore. They probably won't agree with me right there, but I think that's it. I think they want the spots and they want more. They want to pretend that it's actual competition instead of a soap opera, when you should probably embrace the fact that it should be a soap opera and you should have like some crazy storylines going on.
Magnificent
but it's just so hard.
How much fucking storyline can Vince McMahon?
But it's hard now. It's hard now for Vince McMahon because Vince McMahon he's trying to impress Fox, who's now Disney. So he's trying to impress Disney.
Okay.
Because he's about to he just signed a contract. They're about to go over to Fox, which basically Disney. So Disney's about to own a part of WWE. Wow. Or have a big stake in WWE.
Does that mean The Rock's gonna be our Disney prince?
Maybe. Or Triple H is a Disney princess.
Jake the Snake Roberts is a villain or something.
But so he's got a lot going, so he can't do.
The Marvel Extended Universe is gonna be.
Which is weird because I think Fox actually wants them to do the edgy stuff. So, but I think he's scared to do the edgy stuff because any backlash.
Yeah.
Any backlash, then Disney will probably shut that shit down.
Yeah.
Right. So So he's probably worried about that.
So no more cutting their heads.
No, that's been gone because.
Yeah, but why isn't it back? Like.
I don't know, because I don't know. I don't think he liked it originally. I don't think Vince McMahon ever liked juicing. He allowed it because he understood it. He's done it. So I mean, he obviously understands the dramaticism, how dramatic it is to be bleeding out your face and how
yeah.
And so he understands that, but he just wants it to be more family friendly.
Does he think that he can't get away with as much on TV?
Probably 100%. I think that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he used. That's what I'm saying. He used to make storylines that were literally backstage drama with real people. He would take real people's issues that they were having in real life and make them WWE storylines so that he what was it? One of the biggest things where there was literally
was he still
there was a couple.
Was he owner with fucking Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage at the time?
What do you mean?
I know that was maybe his dad over it at that point, or had Vince already taken over?
Vince taken over a long time ago.
The Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage thing was one of the things that their girlfriend Randy Savage's
he would
wife,
do that all the time. That's
crazy.
That's what Vince McMahon would do. He would make them do those storylines that are real.
Fucking, don't talk about. I can't imagine having to go to work and then fucking all that shit actually going on, and then you have to make it into a fucking dramatic play where you beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah. Hey, it leads.
I guess it did.
It leads for good stiff stuff. Yeah. Stiff shots.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of stiff shots.
People get mad.
Because that was a big thing with the same thing happened with Edge and Matt Hardy when they were both dating. Or one of them was dating Lita, and then Lita kept cheating. This is real life.
That was real life.
But if Vince, if Vince McMahon,
fights,
when Vince McMahon would get a hold of when he would hear of these things, he would turn it into a storyline. He just doesn't. He doesn't do that no more.
Okay.
He could do that with so many people, so many things he could turn into that. And so it was just different, and it's just it's just not exciting, and I think they do these events now, and they have these exciting matches. A lot of people cringe at them because these old people are taking away spots from the new people. The new people aren't good at storytelling, and that's just blunt honesty. They're not good at storytelling, except maybe Bray Wyatt, who's good at character developing but not really storytelling. I don't know. I'm taking that back. Bray Wyatt's really good at storytelling, but they're not good at the matches, man. The match, there's no there. If you
It'll be okay.
No, but I mean if you watch something like Stone Cold versus Bret Hart, and WrestleMania, was that 13?
Yeah, WrestleMania 13 in 97.
Yeah, WrestleMania 13 97, where Stone Cold they have this this match. Stone Cold doesn't tap. He bleeds out and he passes out. He loses. But
whatever happened to that story of the Bret Hart got fucked up or something like
fucked
that?
up. No, he was attacked. Nothing happened to him though. I don't think the guy.
He was tackled at the Hall of Fame this year for the Hart Foundation induction, and some crazy dude jumped the ring and tackled him.
For real?
Yeah, it was a shoot tackle, and the wrestlers that got inside the ring punched the daylights out of the guy.
Yeah, they effed his face up. Crazy. But anyways, it's just crazy, and I just thought it was interesting that they're doing Goldberg versus Taker, and then a lot of people.
Did Bret Hart say his mom was fat or something? Like what?
No, he just wanted. No, he was like a amateur MMA guy, and he just wanted to have attention.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what a piece of shit.
Yeah, he might have had some mental disability too, is what they're saying. Mental,
what a dumb piece of shit.
Anyways, it'd be interesting to see if they can pull off a Sting versus Taker, like a lot of people are speculating that they might be aiming towards. Like Taker fight. They're thinking that Taker's going to face a bunch of WCW guys that lead up to.
They already had Sting versus Taker?
No, they haven't.
They still haven't done it. Wow.
No.
I thought that was the first thing.
No, because Sting got injured. They were building up to it, but Sting got injured because Seth Rollins injured him. He did the buckle power bomb and he did it wrong. And and Sting tore his shoulder out or whatever.
What if just this entire time Undertaker and Sting have been preparing for the most amazing fucking match we've ever witnessed?
That'd be intense.
But probably not.
Anyways, let's move on to the next thing. You want to do? Let's do the TV show next.
Okay.
Because that's your thing.
Would you like for me to elaborate on
Yeah, okay, so we're talking about Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
It's trash. Game of Thrones is trash.
Game of Thrones is trash right out the gate? Yeah. That's your thought? Alright, well, Ed Ray, what's your thoughts on Game of Thrones?
Never seen it, so I have no opinion.
Okay, so I've got two people here that are fucking weird. But that's okay.
No, because I don't like shows that pretend they're real shows when they started off as softcore porn. That started off as just a rip-off of fucking Spartacus, which was also horrible. Things like Spartacus and all these stupid... Game of Thrones is like Twilight for all you gladiator lovers.
Okay, well, I mean, that's a reasonable... it's cool to see... It's cool to be on the inside looking outside, seeing that's... that's cool that you feel that way. That doesn't hurt me or any Game of Thrones.
I'm not trying to butt hurt no one.
That's what I'm saying. So.
They're butt hurt.
Yeah, they are.
Because the season 8 isn't written by George A.R. Martin anymore, and now they're pissed off because the writers that apparently ruined their season is writing the new Star Wars trilogy. Now they're pissed that they're going to ruin Star Wars.
No, man. No, I mean that they may be pissed about that or whatever, but the people that took over. George R.R. Martin kind of gave them... He told them, the end, and he told them some of the key points or whatever, and then he's just letting them fill in some of the blanks or whatnot. But they're doing, from somebody that's been watching it for a long time, since the beginning, I actually read some of the books before they started fucking...
Did you watch Spartacus?
Yeah, I want to say I've seen some Spartacus stuff.
I mean, Game of Thrones is because of Spartacus.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Because it is. It's what started the trend. That Spartacus opened the door.
It's like a fantasy novel, though.
Oh, Spartacus opened the door for Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, all those.
The main lady is fucking flying around on a dragon.
And then that opened the door for Orange is the New Black. It's all the same. All these weird fucking pornos that that started off as pornos and they're like, oh wait, people like this. We should make a story.
Okay. Well, all right, I get it. You don't listen to it, but a lot of people do. So let me elaborate on it. So, small spoilers or large spoilers for people that haven't seen season 8 of Game of Thrones. Essentially, what's going on now is the Night King came and attacked everybody. Arya killed the Night King, so that was a big fucking deal because you thought that it was going to be the last 3 episodes or whatever were all going to be just them fighting the Night King and kind of killing each other on the side. And it's pretty crazy because the big fight that was like kind of geared towards since the very first season is already, it's done. They finished it off early, so now these last couple of episodes are just like, what are they gonna fucking do? And they've been doing fucking awesome with that because they're just killing everybody. It's like, it's going back to the roots that, like, no one in Game of Thrones is safe. Like, whenever people were getting into it, I was trying to tell them, I was like, look, if you watch the first couple episodes or whatever, if you like a character, don't love that character. Like, do not get affiliated with any of them because they're all gonna fucking die.
Is Peter Dinklage dead yet?
He's gonna be. He's about to die. Like, it's
because
no
he
question.
betrayed the queen.
He betrayed Daenerys, and she's gonna fucking have him executed unless he can run away. It's fucking crazy, dude. Let's see what else is happening. So Jon Snow went with Daenerys into King's Landing to help Daenerys like take over the throne from Cersei Lannister. Cersei Lannister is the incest lady. It's cool explaining this to somebody who hasn't watched it. Cersei's the incest lady with her brother that they've been fucking throughout the entire show.
Yeah.
But anyways, everybody and their mom has wanted Cersei to die for fucking ever, and she just got killed by Daenerys. Daenerys killed Cersei and Jaime Lannister, and anyone else that was in that kingdom, like the city of whatever, King's Landing. Yeah. Anyways, so it's a big deal right now. Like, it's one of the most honestly, dude. You got like Simpsons. The movie was a big TV to like movie type thing.
Yeah.
A big moment in television history. Like, that was a big moment. Like, the season ending of like the season premiere or season finale of like Seinfeld was also a huge fucking thing. Like, this next episode of Game of Thrones is going to be like on that list, man. Well, I mean, for the people that have watched it.
I bet you there's not going to be a Save Game of Thrones campaign that's so big that it saves it.
To continue it?
Like it
no,
was.
Like everybody's going to be dead. Like, they're not going to
Exactly.
be able to continue. Well, they are talking about getting
a
Tormund,
spin-off.
which is like the redheaded, like, wild guy.
Yeah.
And Ghost, the wolf. You're going to have Tormund and Ghost, like, I guess, like a sitcom, like a bro sitcom. It's probably like a buddy cop sitcom spinoff. But who knows? They might bring them back for the final episode and fucking kill them. That's crazy, dude. Woo. I don't know. So, how do you want to approach this? Do you want to do possible endings where you can just do weird Spartacus fanfic?
I know. I hate Spartacus.
Okay.
That's why I hate Game of Thrones.
Okay. So, how do you think?
Because it's derived from the same minds.
How do you think that Spartacus and Game of Thrones will end? How would Game of Thrones have a Spartacus?
I think Spartacus
ending?
ended.
How would that ending be?
Fucking liberal orgy.
You think they're just gonna have a big fucking orgy at the end of Game of Thrones? Like Daenerys, Jon Snow, and what's her name, Sophia Turner,
Yeah.
Sansa.
Yeah. Even the wolf. They're gonna have the wolf in there because they're weird.
It's just gonna be a big fucking orgy. They're like, Daenerys took the city over.
Like that food. It's like that food movie.
It's like all is
The
good.
wieners
and,
or whatever.
It's orgy time.
Wieners and the donut on the bagel.
I mean, I hope so.
Seth Rogen.
That'd be a really awesome final
Seth-
scene. Is just
Seth Rogen.
a bunch of like all these actors and actresses just butt naked, just going to town on each
Lucifer
other.
had a better season finale, probably. Lucifer was really good.
Well, that I mean, that didn't have to be too long of a topic. I just
No,
wanted to
you can
throw
tell.
it
You know it.
because
Okay.
It's a big deal.
So I
for
guess
people
I
that have been
think
watching it over
Peter
time.
Dinklage's character becomes king.
Okay.
Maybe he kills Daenerys. Not Daenerys. Whatever her name is. Is it Daenerys?
Yeah, Daenerys.
Daenerys. I thought that was a dragon.
No. She is a dragon lady. Her her dragon is I don't know what his name is.
See, everyone kept saying it was a D word.
Dracarys.
Okay.
Dracarys is how she tells her dragons to shoot fire.
Okay.
So she'll say Dracarys, and that means like to burn. Like a lot of people were saying Dracarys the other day. You probably saw that on the timeline. The reason why is because they cut a girl's head off. The person that helps Daenerys.
Yeah.
They cut that girl's head off. And she was like, right before she said Dracarys, which means like burn. So she was saying, burn this fucking city and all the people.
That's what it is.
And they did it. Which, I mean, people are kind of flabbergasted about that. And it's like, how? She told everyone she was going to do it. She did. She was like, I'm going to blow this fucking city up and all of its people.
That's legit.
And then she went and had sex. That's how, it's not really how no, I think that, like, Jon Snow and Daenerys are going to kill each other. Or, actually, if this is airing afterwards, then they just killed each other. And, Peter Dinklage is getting an Emmy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what they get for TV shows?
Yeah, Emmys are TV shows. Man,
So,
events.
Of all the,
What's
of
the
all
best?
Game
What's
of
been the
Thrones
best event
characters,
TV series?
Who do you think will get an Emmy?
I don't know. I don't know any of the characters except Peter Dinklage.
Well, there's Peter Dinklage.
I watched it. I was pissed off. I was mad that they killed that one guy.
Apparently,
I was
the
mad-
pirate bad guy.
I watched the poison scene. I was pissed off about it.
the pirate bad guy in Game
But
of Thrones
I root for assholes.
right now. He was in World War Z. Not World War Z. I'm sorry. Fuck. It was that recent Nazi zombies movie. It was Overlord.
Overlord.
Him and this other guy that were in the last episode were both in Overlord. So that's somebody that you may know. Cersei Lannister, Lena Headey was in 300. She was, I want to say, Leonidas' wife.
Okay.
So I don't know. She might get an Emmy.
Who do you think is acting the best?
The best actor, probably Peter Dinklage, Varys, possibly even Jon Snow. I'll say that he's doing a good. Kit Harington is
Even
doing
though
a
he
good
didn't
job.
show any emotion to the dog or whatever.
No, that was the one thing that I guess he didn't show emotion to the dog.
The wolf, the dire wolf.
But that's because he's already died and came back. He's like a fucking zombie. Like,
Oh yeah, I forgot there's zombies
yeah,
in that.
he's just
Wasn't
one of the good ones,
mountain guy zombie?
Yeah. Oh, they that's what people. One of the things people are complaining about right now is the Mountain and the Hound killed each other.
In a lackluster battle.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be bigger.
Yeah, they said that it should have been bigger. But I don't know, man. Like, they straight up busted out the Hound. Like, he was doing the same thing he did with the guy in, like, Season 5. He was, like, putting his hands through his eyeballs. Like, he had, like, was smashing the Hound's head, and then the Hound just got the upper hand and fucking tackled him out of a window.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. Pretty much everybody's gonna die.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
You know what happens when we die?
You die and you go to hell.
No. The people that love us will miss us.
Yes. That's a. What do you think?
That was from. You didn't see that?
No.
That was Keanu Reeves. He was Stephen Colbert tried to trap him with a religious question, and he was like, "The people that love us will miss us."
That's crazy.
And everyone went, "Aww."
He's just got his own following now. Did you see on Fortnite? I just saw.
Yeah,
the
John Wick
skin. And it's
Well,
like
game,
legit.
yeah, and the game.
Oh really?
It's a mode.
Oh shit. Okay.
There's a
What is
John
it?
Wick mode.
How does that play out?
You gotta collect. You're basically a hitman, and you gotta collect the coins from people, and you gotta go. You get 3 lives, but you can be a squad, so it's like a squad with 3 lives.
That sounds pretty cool. Was it kind of like how they did the Getaway or whatever?
But I think Getaway you had. Did you have multiple lives in Getaway?
No. So maybe that's
So
what
it's
they
like
did, is
Getaway
they
with
added
multiple
extra
lives. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
And you start off with guns. You drop.
Oh, okay. So
You drop in. You drop in with the two newest guns that they
Really?
added, with the newest shotgun and the newest the gun that dropped today, or the day that this was recorded. The gun that just dropped was like a it's like a rifle that takes mini bullets. It's like it's like an assault rifle that takes mini bullets or whatever. It's
That's
like
cool.
And so you drop with those two guns. You got with an assault rifle and a shotgun. So that's crazy.
Yeah. Have you watched the previous John Wicks?
Yes.
I've only seen the first one.
Okay, John Wick or Equalizer.
Equalizer,
Yeah.
or John Wick. I've only seen a few scenes of Equalizer.
What? You didn't watch the second one?
No.
He fucks people up in a hurricane. He's like walking around just chilling. Hurricane's going on. He's fucking killing people and like bad, like ripping their killing people bad.
Man, I need to watch that then, because I could be. Making gifs. And
I think
gifs. Yeah.
I think Equalizer with prep time beats John Wick.
I can believe it.
Cause he had prep time in that he just murdered all these assassins that are basically on his skill level, and he murdered them with ease. I don't think he ever watched Ed Ray. Have you ever watched John Wick or The Equalizer?
Well, I've heard about it through CinemaSins, but I've never seen the movie.
What'd you think of the CinemaSins version?
CinemaSins is a bunch of degenerates.
No, but what you watched it, so what'd you think of the scenes you saw?
It's hard for me to say because I had to watch the movie to actually know what the context is.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Sometimes if I skip a movie, I'd watch CinemaSins and just see, and I would know what happened in the movie because they show almost every scene.
Well, I guess
fast forward.
Who's your favorite actor? Keanu Reeves or Denzel Washington?
I'd probably say Denzel Washington on the fact that he's a very good actor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did y'all hear that Keanu Reeves is coming out with a Bill and Ted 3 or whatever?
Yeah, that's supposedly coming up soon. They're probably already recording, huh?
Yeah, they're recording it, and they have to. I think the plot is they have to make a song for an alien species, or they're gonna wipe out the entire universe. And they've been trying to write the song for 40 years and they still haven't written it.
Yeah,
but now they have a set time date. They have a time limit to make it.
To make
the song.
To fucking finally finish
yeah.
it. That's so cool. That's awesome. That's going to be an awesome movie. I mean, who knows? It may be really bad, but it seems like it would be awesome.
So, oh yeah, and I just wanted to mention that Lucifer, the Netflix season, was awesome. There's a few things that Fox did a little bit better. Like I think Fox did some of the climactic action scenes a little better, but Netflix did really good with Lucifer with a new season.
Yeah, so I haven't really seen any of the other stuff.
I believe
I've seen like the older stuff of it,
Lucifer, but you know what Lucifer, you know where the character's from though, huh?
No, the Kevin Smith thing?
No.
Or is that
you know what I'm talking about though? The TV series Lucifer? Okay, well there's a TV series called Lucifer. It was on Fox for about 3 seasons and they were canceled unexpectedly.
Oh wow.
But I think they were canceled to make room so Fox can buy Last Man Standing.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, it was a...
Is that back on Fox?
Yeah, Last Man Standing was on ABC, but it went to Fox. And, I mean, it's a ratings giant, so, I mean, it made sense, right?
Yeah.
But there was such a big following for Lucifer, an unexpected big following, that Netflix bought the rights to Lucifer to produce the season 4, which just released a few weeks ago.
Damn.
And because the Save Lucifer campaign was huge. I drove to Florida. I stopped at a gas station. The gas station was the lady was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm watching Lucifer." Because they were just watching the old seasons of Lucifer. 'Cause that's how big Lucifer is. Like, you just go to a gas station, people are watching the show.
Is that like commonplace at most? I don't go to many gas stations anymore. Is that just like a gas station commonplace?
Maybe.
Is every gas station in America there?
I don't know.
Oh, man,
it was just surprising to me.
It would warrant Netflix.
I think it's surprising how big the...
And fucking starting a new season, though? You think so?
I think... Yeah.
So you finished this whole entire season?
Yeah, we just finished it last night, and it ended... it ended in a way... Because the last season 3, ended in a cliffhanger to where people were so pissed off that if they did not finish it, they would be so pissed off. This season ended in a way where they don't have to make another season, but I hope they do. But it did end in a way where it's like, okay, I don't... Because, spoiler alert, skip about 2 minutes. Lucifer returns to hell, which the whole premise...
Spoiler alert.
The whole premise of the series...
God wins the final war.
No, the whole premise of the series is that Lucifer doesn't want to go back to hell. He's taking like a long-ass vacation. The last season, prophecy starts to emerge to where, like, when the devil meets his first love, then hell will release on the earth.
Okay.
And Eve shows up because Eve finds a way to come back to earth thanks to Amenadiel teaching them that they have rights over themselves.
Okay.
And so Eve comes to Earth to get back with Lucifer, and then he starts basically losing because he's trying to juggle his 2 lives now because Eve wants him to be the original Satan from the Garden of Eden, but he's like kind of growing as a character as a person for himself, and he doesn't want to be that character anymore from Eden. And anyways, he doesn't want to go back to hell, but he ends up having to because he realized because the demons are starting to they get taught that they can disobey Lucifer now because they realize he doesn't want to go back to Earth or to go back to hell, and so the demons start disobeying Lucifer and doing the whole they start doing possessions to like try to get him to come back, and they almost killed one of the angels' child that he had with the therapist.
Okay.
It's just crazy.
So is that like a legitimate son to Lucifer?
No, it's a nephew.
Oh, okay.
But he just felt bad that all this stuff was happening, so the very last thing you see is Lucifer on his throne, on top of because his throne's like a fucking penthouse looks like, and he's looking over hell.
Is it like in New York or something?
No, it's actually hell because okay, so this Lucifer character, you probably remember him. He's based off the DC comics, which means it's the same character that's in Constantine. So the Lucifer from Constantine is this Lucifer, but not the actor or whatever. But it's like the same character is the. If you remember Constantine, speaking, I wanted to bring it up because Keanu Reeves is obviously in Constantine. So the devil that's in Constantine is technically the same character that's this TV show's about.
Well, that's a whole lot of mindfuck. I don't really know enough about it. Besides from what you just told me, which is, I think, pretty much everything. Fuck, that's a lot going on.
Yeah, a lot of the side stories. I think the only way season 5 could go right now is probably introducing Lilith, which they introduced her name in this season. Which is apparently the mother of the demons and like Adam's first love before Eve was made. So
okay, yeah, so that's actually kind of accurate to like some of weird Bible fiction or whatever.
So
or non-fiction. I don't know. It's all debatable because everything.
So that's the only possible. That's probably a way they could go in season 5 is introduce Lilith. Because they mentioned her name.
What would be the number one thing that the fans want to happen in this show? Like at this point.
Well, that's the thing. They kind of ended it in a way where
they just wanted to keep going.
Well, no, they ended it in a way where it could end. Because last season fans were so pissed off that it ended because it ended with him killing Cain from the Bible. Because Cain's obviously he's immortal because God sent him to walk the earth forever.
Yeah.
And so, but Cain wants to die so bad, he kind of tries to kill people that Lucifer cares about, and then he ends up finally killing Cain. But he kills Cain when he's in his natural form or whatever, and Chloe sees it, and it ended. Chloe's the girl. Chloe's the detective that doesn't believe. I think she's an atheist throughout the show, but then finally season 3, the season finale, she sees his face.
You said it was on
Fox.
Said it was on Fox, right?
For 3 seasons.
Are you sure it's not on TBN?
Why would it be on TBN? You mean CB? You mean CW? Or no, sorry.
TBN, the Turner Broadcast Network.
Why would it be there?
The Christian show.
No, oh my
It
God.
sounds like some crazy stuff from a Christian.
No, but it's based off of DC Comics, Lucifer, or whatever. Anyways, that's that.
Who knows? Maybe TBN is branching out.
I mean, everything's owned by Disney, so what does it matter?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to bring up some beer news real quick, if that's cool. What do you think about? Because speaking about Disney, Disney's constantly buying things out. A lot of controversy in the craft beer community right now because.
Is it really?
Well, mildly.
Bunch of hipsters mad at.
Yeah. Well, they're mad at Dogfish Head because Dogfish Head just sold their company to Samuel Adams.
Oh, no shit.
But Samuel Adams last year actually this year, I think in January of this year, was labeled no longer a craft beer company. So they're pissed off that Dogfish Head sold to a non-craft beer company. But that just happened this year because the Craft Beer Association redefined what a craft beer was, redefined what a craft beer company was.
And Dogfish Head is one of the ones that's like in top 3 like IPAs, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it's good. Look, I understand that people want to sit there and claim a title of like craft brew or whatever. But at a certain point, you got to look at it from a business perspective. Like, if they have the ability to make more money, like,
some people don't.
I mean, ultimately, isn't that like?
I mean,
what
look at Yinglings.
People are trying to do.
No, look at Yingling are technically Yingling isn't craft beer even, but like they're trying to stay with the craft beer title. That's why they started cutting. They cut back production. They cut back breweries. As we had Flying Dog, man. Flying Dog cut back. They cut away their Texas Brewing Company to stay a craft beer title. So
yeah.
Some people just want to stick with the craft beer crew. They can't produce too much of the beer, and they can't. And then in Samuel Adams' case, you can't have 75% not of your 75, or it's like you can't have 70, or it's like some percentage of your profits can't be from non-beer stuff. And Samuel Adams, see, they were getting away with being craft beer for the longest time, but since it was redefined that you can't sell, the majority of your profits can't come from the spiked beverages, like the what are those called? What are some? Give me a spiked beverage.
Smirnoff or Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Mike's Hard, like Mike's Hard Smirnoff. It can't come from that. And apparently Samuel Adams has a big stake in those.
So, okay. So do they like own those companies?
One of them. They own one of them.
Really?
Yeah, and so a lot of their.
We should probably get it clear before we.
I know. Yeah, I don't know which one.
This is in passing. Then Samuel Adams might legally be perfectly fine, but this is speculation on the community.
No, they do own one. I can't remember which spiked beverage they own, but yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's like whatever? Should it be whatever to them?
Honestly, man, I don't know. I don't think that it should be focused on that much.
Yeah.
Like, I do kind of agree, but I mean, I guess if the community wants to sit there, I mean, who's making these
we haven't had too many
decisions?
Dogfish Head is pretty expensive, so we haven't had too many on our show. We haven't had too many Dogfish Head on our particular show. But I think a lot of people are just worried about the quality. They've seen other companies get bought out by Big Beer, and because of the Samuel Adams losing their craft status, they're now considered Big Beers. So they're worried that the quality of Dogfish Head will go down. because they're owned by Samuel Adams.
Well, I mean, I think that you could honestly say just Sam Adams recently has been changing over time anyway, so I kind of get that. I kind of get it.
You mean Guinness? Or no?
Sam Adams.
Yeah. Guinness has been changing too. All these companies, they've been like watering down their beers and not tasting. You have no butt?
No, I have too much butt.
Too much butt.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Can you pass me one of those?
Yes. By the way, we're also drinking Crawford Bock here and there. It's pretty basic beer. Not the best. It's kind of just beer to have in the background.
Yeah. It's something that's obviously sponsored by Houston
Astros.
Because
the Astro Stadium, they just.
Is this the one that they're putting in the?
Yeah, Carbach is getting their own little spot in Astro Stadium.
Nice.
So that's the big thing. Anyways, moving on to our final topic of the day. Video games. Everyone loves video games. I love talking to you two about video games. Rage 2
I actually got some
just came out.
Feedback from a couple of people that were like, "Yeah, man, that game episode where we were talking about Street Fighter and
yes.
some of the fighting games, like they were saying that was one of the most relatable episodes." I was like,
"Yeah,
well, cool. I know. It's like I know how to talk about that shit."
And so Rage 2 just came out. Are you excited for Rage 2? Do you like Rage?
I looked at some of the gameplay earlier. That's the one that
people were saying it's pretty brutal. Like I was
right?
reading comments, and they're saying that's really like graphic and brutal and fun.
Yeah. Is it what like
gory.
Fallout 76 should have been or
probably
something? Yeah.
A lot of the comments were all the comments I seen were positive. So have you seen Reverse Fall?
I haven't I loaded it up probably about like 20 or 30 minutes before y'all got here to kind of like review some of it. And
you played it?
All I saw was the opening.
Really?
The opening, yeah. And it was just like somebody
crazy.
It was like this post-apocalyptic like preacher who was sitting there just kind of, he was being really preachy. He was going on and on about a rant about like, you know, like these chosen people or something like that. Yeah, it was one of those type of things. So I guess you could say that would take from like, you know, maybe like Road Warrior and other
another game that you could probably compare it to is the Metro series. Because that makes sense. They had very similar selling points, especially with enemies. A lot of the probably more so because Metro's a little bit more singular, so probably more so with Rage. To give people an idea, what would you classify this game? Like, what genre of game? What do you mean?
Would it be under?
Okay, so Rage 2 is apparently sandbox compared to the first Rage, which was a little bit more linear.
Right,
but
is it like an RPG? Is it a shooter? Ooh. Is it survival horror? Is it like a hybrid?
Okay, so
shooter,
Metro is a survival, and then Rage is probably it's a weird. I don't know because it's weird. It had RPG.
Or is it just a good old fashioned shooter?
Well, Rage had RPG elements in it, such as the trading cards and the games, and you can collect like money and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you have knowledge about that, kind of give some background about just the original Rage for people that haven't played it,
right?
And maybe they're looking at it because of Rage 2 just coming out.
All right, so the first Rage, it was kind of like it was very borderline open world. If you can even call it that. It was very single. It felt linear, but there was like segments where you could like kind of walk around and stuff.
Okay.
And but there was like card games. There were like cards you could collect, and you could use those cards like there's collectibles to play in in like a kind of like these games to earn money. And you could add them to. It was like deck building. It was like a deck building game. You could build your deck and have like these cool new stuff in your deck and go and play against the computer or whatever.
All right, so this is a good point where I can bring in Ed Ray because you played a lot of like retro style games. There's a lot of games over the years that have had these like a game within a game. Like The Witcher has like Gwent. You know, it's like a trading card game. Final Fantasy VIII had a card game in it as well, where you collected a deck over over the game and then battled people with it. What would you say is like maybe one of the best versions of that?
Best versions of what, the card games?
Yeah, like kind of like a side game within a game. What's the best example of something like that? Like maybe like Phantasy Star from Shenmue or some, see what I'm saying? Like something
Either Shenmue or Donkey Kong 64, which Donkey Kong 64 had two side games from the past that were pretty popular back then. One of them being Jetpack, and the other being the Donkey Kong Arcade. That was how I was able to play the first Donkey Kong Arcade, because of Donkey Kong 64.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually part of the story of the game where Donkey Kong gets one of the bananas in the factory and he has to play the Donkey Kong Arcade and beat it in one life just to get the banana.
Story. If you guys haven't played Donkey Kong 64, then you're missing out, because that's Donkey Kong had to play an arcade with a banana.
Yeah, and one of the funniest things about Donkey Kong 64 is the Candy Kong character, which is a very sexualized gorilla, mind you. And it's supposed to be a rated E game, yet there are some sexually suggestive scenes from Candy Kong and Donkey Kong.
Oh, wait, I think I know what you're talking about. So, this is a Rare game, by the way.
Okay.
So, that makes perfect sense. Like, Rare games in general are always trying to kind of push the envelope.
Okay.
I just because their other shit was Conker's, Conker's Bad Fur Day, which that was like an M, right?
Yeah.
Or 18 plus. I don't know how they rate video games.
Yeah, Rare also made the classic games like Blast Corps and GoldenEye 007.
Yeah,
and Perfect Dark. So Rare always pushed the envelope, but the problem is Nintendo didn't want to buy them out.
That's true. They went to Xbox, right? Microsoft.
Yeah, and since then Rare's been pretty much dead in the water.
That's a good way to stifle competition, honestly, is fucking buy them.
I guess so.
They fucking slowly fire everyone.
But I wanted to talk about, post-apocalyptic games.
Okay.
What are some of your favorite?
I think Donkey Kong 64 is the best post-apocalyptic game there is.
I was looking at these lists.
Am I right or am I wrong? Because that's a pretty, like, monkeys have taken over the planet. There's an island where Donkey Kong 64 or Donkey Kong is, he's fighting a giant. What would you say, a reptile king or some shit?
Yeah, giant alligator.
Like a giant alligator that talks and eats people and punches things. An alligator that punches people. That's pretty post-apocalyptic, man.
Right. I agree. Maybe. You'd be surprised what post-apocalyptic games there are.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's such a good point.
Do you want to hear something that I found surprising that was a post-apocalyptic series?
Okay, what's that?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yeah. Because, it's kind of almost the exact same scenario. Where it's like, I guess just fucking things have gotten so weird. Oh, shit. You know what? We never did, but we need to do. We need to fucking do a Sonic the Hedgehog fucking trailer react.
Right?
Okay, this is a good point. Ed Ray, have you seen the Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer?
Yeah, and I think they should have used a real hedgehog instead of a CGI hedgehog.
Shit. Okay.
A real.
Yeah, just get a real hedgehog and paint its quills blue, and there you go. You got a Sonic the Hedgehog movie right there.
You'd piss off the vegans.
Who cares?
No,
PETA.
PETA. You can't abuse animals and paint them.
You got to use makeup art. Like healthy, organic.
Oh, is that what
art.
it is?
Yeah, that would work. You don't want to fucking paint a hedgehog. Like, no, that'd fucking probably kill him or something. Either that or they'd be really edgy for the rest of. They'd act more like Shadow than Sonic.
Right.
If they got painted, they'd probably mess with their mind, so they'd be like smoking cigarettes and shit.
Well, you got a point there.
So, yeah, at what point in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie is Sonic gonna whip out a cigarette and start smoking and like listening to like Jay-Z or something?
You see that they are going to redo the animation though. The director said that they're starting to piss fans off and they're going to redo it.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I hope they do it in time for the movie coming out.
Right? It's a lot of. I like how. Look, I've got two things to say about this. Because one, fan and customer feedback prior to the release of a service or whatever, I think it's fantastic. Like the fact that they like, I think most people think that that's fantastic. But the second part I want to talk about is the fact that, okay, so your story in your movie was flimsy enough. It wasn't even set in stone enough to where you can go back and totally redo all of the animation for your show. Like, that's a lot. Like, I praise the power of customer feedback. I really do. But at the same time, whoa, maybe I should just stop making a movie.
What? But what's the best? Okay, I mentioned this in the last episode. People want this to break the video game curse, and a lot of people don't consider Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
That's what I'm saying. You just went and saw that, right? Like,
they don't consider that a video game movie. There's a big debate.
It's like a Pokemon Go video.
There's a debate, and actually, there's a Pokemon Go Detective. There's a Pokemon Detective Pikachu game that apparently the storyline is based directly from that game. But apparently, the problem is apparently the movie was already being written and in development before the game.
Okay, so now the game is using that same storyline, though.
The game and the movie are the same storyline.
Okay,
but
what's the argument then?
It is Pokemon Detective Pikachu a video game movie?
I don't
and
think
did it break the video game curse?
Well, okay, so let's start with this. Was Pokemon Detective Pikachu a good movie?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Would you consider that its portrayal of pocket monsters that was created by what?
That's the only thing. Well, okay, that's the only thing good. The actors
Game Freaks or whatever studio.
I didn't like
several years ago.
I didn't like the kid actors at all.
You didn't like the kid actors? Okay. Well, those are humans and they suck. What about the pocket monsters?
That's the best part.
The pocket monsters were the best part of the movie.
Dude, yes.
Would you say that it was a fair or accurate portrayal of pocket monsters?
Most of the time.
Created by Game
Freaks.
Majority.
About 95%. There's probably 5% there's like, that seems a little weird, but no, it was fine.
Okay.
Like a hint of weird. But
then I'll say that Pokemon. I think that Pokemon Detective Pikachu was the game that broke the video game. Was the movie that broke the video game curse.
But they don't think it's a video game movie.
It is though. They're literally, you just told me they're making a game. Like there's, it
No,
doesn't
the game's been
matter
out. The
what
game's been
these
out.
people say or their opinions, because well, I mean, I guess they can have their opinions.
So that's why they're banking on Sonic. They think that because Sonic is solely a video game, or solely started off as a video game, that Sonic is the one that should determine if the video game curse is broken.
Yeah, but it's like fucking Sega, dude. Like, if they know the storyline behind Sega and Sonic, like, then they'll know why none of that matters. Sonic is a dead game. It has been long dead. Sega has been long dead. What you're seeing is something that's crumbled and been reborn so many times, and it's just wearing like a mask, like of Sonic. So like the fact that they made this movie, like isn't that surprising because they were trying to sell out a long time ago. I don't know.
What? But don't you want to see the Smash Brothers initiative?
Well, yeah, everybody does. But
The Super Smash Bros. Movie. I think they're already starting development on the new Mario movie. Hopefully, it's better than the first one.
What else would they need? They would need a Yoshi movie after that.
Yoshi?
Yeah, because if you,
I know Netflix. I think is developing a Zelda TV series.
Or was it Star Fox? The original Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, Star Fox.
The commercial where they're running in the field. What is
Kirby
it?
would be so hard to make.
Mario, Pikachu, Yoshi. Who was the last one?
Kirby.
Was it Kirby that was fighting them in the field?
I think. At any rate, do you remember the first Smash Brothers?
The original Smash Brothers video game is a pretty good one. And I think it's one of the best out there, even in 2019.
Who were the original Smash people?
see Mario, Luigi, Star Fox, Yoshi, Kirby. I don't know, Jigglypuff is one of them.
So,
Ness, Samus. That's pretty much all I can remember from the first Smash Brothers, but it was a pretty good, damn good game.
let's do some Smash Bros. Fanfic theory. I'm not going to try and tie Smash Bros. In and say that that it is a post-apocalyptic world. I think that it's actually a pre-apocalyptic world. And I think that after the events of some horrible Super Smash Brothers, that's how Sonic came to be. And that's how Sonic's world was so crazy.
Sonic is in Smash Bros, isn't he?
Yeah, he is in Super Smash Bros.
How's he in Smash Brothers?
Rights. They bought the rights.
Who?
I guess they
I thought PlayStation owns Sonic.
do they?
They were the one producing a lot of the games for him?
Well, not this most recent one, but 3 games ago, the reason why Sonic was actually like picked for Smash Bros. Is Nintendo put up an online poll, and they said it doesn't matter who wins this poll, but like the character that you pick to win this poll, we will have them in Smash Brothers like forever. Like they were willing to put down money for whatever copyright or property that needed to be, and Sonic won that poll. And so then they went and got Sonic, incorporated him in the storyline. Yeah, that's
I think PlayStation bought Sega. Or bought some of Sega rights.
well, I mean, PlayStation probably owns a lot of the rights to. I mean, I know the original,
right?
The original Metal Gear was on fucking Nintendo.
Okay.
But Metal Gear Solid, like the main game in the franchise,
Yeah.
that was on PlayStation.
Okay.
So PlayStation owned the rights, a lot of the rights to a lot of the Metal Gear Solid franchise, like for a long, long ass time. So they probably, had already reached over to PlayStation. That's what I'm saying.
Andrew, what are some of your favorite post-apocalyptic games?
Post-apocalyptic. Probably Resident Evil is the most obvious in mind.
Yeah. Oh man. Andrew, did you ever watch the Resident Evil movies?
I believe I watched the first one. I can't remember the others, but the first one was pretty intense.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
The first one included stuff from the second game, right?
Yes. Yes and no. No. It's more like
Wait. Which game was the train monster in?
okay, so
Was it the first game?
that monster was in Resident Evil 2. You gotta understand, the Resident Evil movie took like everything they could from Resident Evil franchise and created their own story.
Did you like the ending?
Fucked a lot of it up.
Would you like the ending?
What ending?
That Alice is in fact the Red Queen.
What are you talking about?
Did you watch-
Alice's Red Queen?
Did you watch the last movie?
What's the name of the last one?
I can't remember. The last Resident Evil movie they ever made.
Hmm.
Well, they figure out that she is she's literally the Red Queen,
Oh no, I didn't know that.
and that's why like, oh yeah, she's been in the games the whole time. She's the Red Queen.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess the Red Queen was in the first game. I don't even know if that's accurate, though. I don't think Red Queen's in the first game. Like, I know she's in, like, second one and a couple others, but, like,
The girl. Well, didn't they introduce her in the second movie? That girl
which one?
that's talking to them.
The girl that's talking to them, she, I believe, is in Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
So they took that. Okay, what they took from Resident Evil 2 was the liquors, which was the weird thing on the train.
Yeah.
Which that was fucking horrifying to see. They're probably even more crazy in Resident Evil 2, the remake, that most people probably have already seen. Phew. Yeah, they took that, and that's about it. So the character that they used from the first one was actually, they turned into the super tyrant or whatever. They turned him into Nemesis Nemesis, Project Nemesis, that's Resident Evil 3.
Okay.
So the second movie incorporated like the second and the third game into it, plus a lot of the main stuff from the first game that should have been incorporated.
Yeah.
Whereas like the first Resident Evil movie just like mainly kind of like made their own story.
Mm-hmm.
It was somehow related to the first game. It's like they tried to say that that whole underground facility or whatever was in the same mansion, but that's the same story from the first Resident Evil. And sorry guys, I'm a Resident Evil nerd. Like some of my like Twitch stuff is based off of like Resident Evil characters. So
Oh, you're upset about that? I had that Leon Kennedy was in like one movie, and then I guess he died off camera.
Yeah, they put him more so
I
in
don't know
all the animated movies.
Okay. I like him
He's
like
been
that.
in like 4 of those.
He looks like Leon, at least. Looks like the character.
I feel like the movies kind of played a little too much into the role of Resident Evil 6 and how that went. Most fans agree that just like it was a good game, it just wasn't a Resident Evil game because at that point it was all like action and adventure instead of like horror survival. So Resident Evil 7 that just came out, like that was one of the ones that helped bring people back to the horror genre, and I think that's why the Resident Evil 2 remake was so successful. They're able to take some of that money from Resident Evil Biohazard and then fucking use that towards the Resident Evil 2 remake. So,
Yeah. Post-apocalyptic, man. Crazy.
I think that it would kind of be like a sin for us not to bring up Fallout, the Fallout series, in a post-apocalyptic discussion here. So, what's y'all's opinions on it? I know that for a long time, I was super like thankful of the Fallout series, and I had a lot of fun with it. I thought they were I thought Bethesda kind of immortalized Fallout where it could do no wrong. Like everything they were gonna launch was a success, right?
Right.
Well, then Fallout 76 came along, and a lot of people feel like that was a failure. Like, it's undeniable that like after release they dropped the price $20, like right at the start to get people to be more.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, people had bought like the premium edition like a day before a game where they had spent like $70 or $80 on, like a couple days before the release, and right when the release happened, like a couple days after that, like they dropped it to $39.99, and so like all of those people were super pissed. So, rightfully so. They paid a lot of money and then got little to nothing in return for it.
Yeah,
like they didn't feel like the product that they purchased was respective to the amount of money they invested. And to make that right, Bethesda gave them in-game credits to make up the difference.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I can see where that would piss a lot of people off. How do you feel that's going to affect the development process of other games, like other literally Fallout games in the series?
I'd be over for Fallout. Fallout might be done. I had to move on to something else.
Did you play any of the previous ones?
Vegas and they had an after Vegas 4. The 4.
Yeah. They also had the ones from kind of like the mid '90s. That was it was a different company for those of you who don't know. And that was more of like a turn-based kind of like RPG style.
Yeah.
And it was cool for its time. It was really, really cool, and people had never seen anything fucking like it. And that's how they were able to get it and bring it back up to date, was because it had held in the hearts of a lot of these game developers that wanted to see something like that brought, into a full 3D realm. I really liked all the Fallout series. I haven't had a chance gets to play 76 yet. We have a good friend who does. So he plays it all the time, and he really loves it. But besides that, like, I don't know, man. I really like the whole system, the whole post-apocalyptic scene of it. What are y'all's thoughts on the Fallout series? Yeah.
Well, I never played it, so I wish I could tell you.
Henry, what are your thoughts on gaming in general, on the way, the direction that gaming is going?
Well, some are still a little innovative, so I gotta give the developers credit for that. But as far as RPGs, action games, it's all subjective. But first-person shooters are just overrated.
That's a bold statement. One that I think everyone should probably agree with.
So, what's your least favorite first-person shooter?
Pause.
And yeah, and so yeah, I mean, I really want to play Rage 2. I think Rage, the first Rage was good. A lot of people hated the ending. I think Rage 2 looks really good. I have to see if I have the funds for it. I spent a lot of money at Disney World, and I've been struggling. Woo!
I mean, that's one thing that really is sad about the entire gaming industry now. Is like, it's not really that cheap.
Yeah, no.
To get some of the newer stuff that you're liking.
It's almost $100.
Yeah.
Almost. Round up. Round up. It's $100. It's round that up. But because obviously you got to buy the beer for gaming.
Yeah.
You got to drink the beer, and I've gotten 2-3 wins in the first week of the new season of Fortnite.
Oh, really?
First week I got 3 wins.
Man, I'm telling you, so I was watching some gameplay of it a second ago, and it looks like they're turning things around. Like,
last season I didn't get a single win.
Like I saw a guy shooting with a shotgun, and he got 78 and an 84, and I was like, damn, no 7, 11, or anything like that.
Yeah.
No, and then like he switched over to that gun you were talking about, and fucking it was just precision. He got 6 kills in a row. It's really, really cool.
What, drum gun?
No, it's like a new assault rifle.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome.
It may have been a drum gun.
Drum gun be dropping people. People are pissed about. I think they just nerfed it though, because the people are so pissed about drum gun. I think it was kind of slightly nerfed, and then the update. But we'll see.
I remember I killed like a full team with a drum gun.
Yeah.
One time, I just pulled up in a golf cart.
Someone said that
they don't with a drum gun.
Someone was trying to say that the reason they do that is like they during summer months. They try to make it easier for like kids and stuff to get into it. Where like during school months, they try to make it a little bit harder, and they take away like those easy guns or something like that, things that like mow people down and stuff. And
I mean, I guess I see the point in that. I don't think that you should like do a business like that. But then again, they're still doing strong. They just added John Wick and
I know, right?
Games, so
I know, they were in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
They were in it. That means Disney has some money on. Does that mean Disney has some money on Fortnite?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
A lot of people care about final thoughts on that. Let's bring that up later. On the next episode that isn't an interview, we're going to bring up Disney and how we feel about their monopolizing things. And if it's a positive or negative, and how you feel. And that's our next episode. Today, we review...
I'd give it to you, but like, I'm not gonna waste my opinion.
We interviewed Infinite Ale Works Into the Dark Roast Imperial Coffee Stout. It was 9% alcohol by volume, and I am feeling that. Well, did we give it a review? Did we give it a rating?
No, we didn't give a rating for any of this. So hey, Henry, you're pretty much done with your glass. We'll let you go ahead and...
What'd you rate it?
Rate your...
9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10.
That's really good.
Woo! Alright, I'm gonna give Into the Dark Roast a 7.5 out of 10.
here's the thing: is like I'm not picking up most of the stuff that they said was in here.
Right.
Like I'm only picking up like one thing, and that's a little bit of the oak. You know, it honestly tastes like the coffee stout. I mean the milk stout.
Okay.
Just with like a slight spice to it, which I think is that oak.
Yeah.
So, like honestly, I think that's the thing is it tastes fucking amazing. Like I'd say that's like a 9.5, like taste wise. But the problem is, it's like they're liars. they don't like this. Isn't it? Doesn't taste like an imperial coffee stout. It's like no coffee traces to it. I mean, it's got really cool art though. I'll leave it at like a 7.
Yeah.
Solely for that. I'd say it's a pirate ship. Like kind of like going off into the darkness.
And
but
might
it
drop
wasn't
off.
a day.
It wasn't a day.
Like, because they're staying in the darkness. They're alive.
Frozen. Lying pirates. Lying frozen time pirates. Time pirates. Time bandits. Pirate bandits. Bandits of pirates.
What would you say?
I said 7.5.
7.5.
Give it a... Oh, you mean like a, I guess, I give it a, 7 Houston Astros.
Oh, the Crawford Bach?
Not the right Crawford Bach.
I was about to say, no. If we're rating that, it's a 10 out of 10 because they're going to sponsor us.
Okay. And that's just your opinion.
All right.
And that's fine. Because all we have here are opinions and beer.
You're listening to Opinions and Beer. I prefer mead. You sent me to hell, Jason.
I really just want to make everybody jealous.
I'm a person from Earth.
Listen, what are we talking about?
But the smartest dumb guys I've ever met.